Sure. Cool. So let's start then. Nice to meet you all. And today I'm here to to tell you how we are using Terraform to simplify developers' life at Contazoo. And so this is a little bit about me. My name is Cassio Moreto. I'm working as a site reliability engineer at Contazoo for almost 2 years. And this is my contact. You can find me on GitHub, or also feel free to send me an email asking something, or yeah, just chat about it. I have more than 10 years of experience in developing and architecting web systems, and also more than 5 years experience working as an SRE in companies here in Brazil and also in Germany. So this is our agenda for today. So how it was before, how it is today, module structure, and also how we can create new resources. So when I joined Contazoo, I thought this was the perfect word. So Terraforms, everything running on CI, CD pipelines, and all standardized. But said no one ever. Yeah. And then how it was. So before there was no culture of using modules. So Terraform build and deploy commands were executed manually by a developer from our team, from the reliability team. So here you can see there's two models of code that create the exactly same resource on AWS. Here we have the default Terraform resource that create an queue that will be used as an DL key or dead letter queue. And here's the code, the block of code to create the main SQS, and after that an SNS subscription. So this block of code here on the right side do the same thing, but with much more less variables or information about it. You even don't know which kind of topics or queues it are creating. Of course, at the end, it didn't follow the DevOps culture or DevOps practices. No CI, nothing here. So, of course, it's not fine. It was a bit messy, but uh, after a while, we just structured and this what we had in mind on that time. We have stayed focused on the standardized the resources that were created with the same meaning. And one of the requirements here was the execution must be automatic from the creation of the pull request to the research creation on AWS. So this is the main focus. And this is how the entire process look like. So here on the left side, you can see the manual process, which will be done. It will be done by the developer. So open the pull request, pushing commits to the remote branch. Here we are using GitHub, but could be another VCS tool. So GitHub will trigger a webhook to build Kite, our CI tool. And also BuildKite has an integration with Vault to get some credentials and also secrets from there. And after that, inside BuildKite has a script that called Terraform Comments, and Terraform we call AWS. So this is the last step of our pipeline here. The AWS API calls will return a event that could be an error or success event. And this event will be called back to Terraform with an error or success. And Terraform will also call back to the build kite and build kite to GitHub. So this entire process here that I described takes more than 3 minutes, or an average 3 minutes. So this entire process here took before almost 3 days because everything was manually run. So this is how build kites look like, the build um, panel. Here inside the repository called infrastructure, we have more than 2,000 builds that are run. and this one in particular passed in 2 minutes and 52 seconds. And here we can see the entire pipeline, what this build are doing. So first of all, it runs a Terraform FMT to check if the entire code are formatted as Terraform expected. So after that, it runs a link check to see to check if everything is correct according to the link. And the next one is running Terraform plan and generate the output file, the Terraform file to execute at the apply stage here. So this is, of course, this is a marriage to master branch. That's why we have this step here, this stage here for applying things to AWS. And after all, we create a tag on GitHub. So then how are the module structure is? So we have two main folders, as you can see here. One is AWS and another one is Contazoo, is the name of the company. So the AWS folder has the generic definition of the AWS resources. For example, an RDS has predefined values that could be used in any kind of application, so different kind of applications. So whoever Contazoo folder has definitions of how AWS resources will be created according to the company's business. So we have queues here on AWS and also queues here and Contazoo, but Contazoo queue has more particular values for the business according to the company's business. That's why we have both here. So, and here we can use both modules, AWS or Contazoo modules from that folder. So depends on what you need to create. If you want to create a generic SQS, for instance, you can use an AWS SQS module. Otherwise, if you have to create a queue to a Contazoo application, you should use Contazoo queue uh, because it has all predefined values set up according to the company's business, as I said before. So then how we create new resources then? Um, so before we go into how creating new resources, I have to tell you more about this repository that calls Terraform modules. Inside this repository, we store that structure, folder structure, AWS and Contazoo structure, model structure, as we saw in the previous slide. And here we create tags for all new changes, like the creation of a new module or a fix of a module that already exists. And we release a new version here using tags for GitHub. So those tags can be used here, as you can see. So here is the module definition. So we are creating queues here, as you can see, Contazoo queue, and we are informing here the tag number, which is unique. And as you can see, so we have more detailed, but is not so open like a resource, the AWS SQS resource. So the developer just had to know if they will have a DL key or not, and the name of the resource or the name of the queue, and which topic this queue will be subscribed to. So we have exactly the same thing here and the same resource creating, and you can see here. So that's the difference from the other kind, where you have like one very short module definition, which we didn't know the name of the queue that has been created on that point at the beginning. I shown you, and yeah. So and now we have this kind. So this is much easier for developers. They don't have to know how to type HCL code or things like that. So it's much more easy for them. And that's it, guys. So it's pretty short. I don't know if someone has questions. That's it. So we have like 2 minutes left. So we have two questions here from Carol. What do you check for in the link stage? So we are using TF link. One I don't know remember the repository, but it's a open source repository on GitHub that we are using for uh, for check the link. So they have a spec over there that they check the EMI versions and things like RDS engine and things like that. So I cannot remember by heart here. So that's it. So next one from Carol as well. How do you deal with updating the references tag? So yeah, that's a good question. So since we create and all that, so let me try to going back here. So this number here, the tag version is unique, and we create in every fix or every or new module, we create a new tag. So since a while we have to update this reference, but after that, like this one, 016.2, this version will never change anymore. So it's immutable. But of course, every time when someone needs to change something in this particular queue, we, as a code owner of this repository, we ask to update to the last version of the module. So I think now we are on 0.25 something. Um, so this is a old versions, I would say. So that's how we manage tags. So that's it. Does someone else? I tried to reach here the. So guys, that's it. If no one else has questions. So I also have two tips here. So the Terraform up and running, second edition, which is already done um, by the guys from Terra Grant, and it is for 0.12 as well, and also the reliability, site reliability engineering from Google guys. And that's it. So feel free again, feel free to send me an email, ask him something else. We can just chat around it or anything else. Yep, that's it. Thank you all. Bye bye.